All right, we're going to sum up with some tips for learning muscles. So first, what's really helpful is contract your own muscle and feel it or palpate it. For example, when you want to flex your forearm, put your hand on your biceps and actually feel the biceps flexing. Feel it actually contracting. Now, use your origin, insertion, or action to predict the other. For example, take a look at your biceps and see what bone is moving. Again, the bone that's moving should be your insertion. And then use that to predict where the other attachment is, which is your origin. And study the muscle in groups. It'll be extremely hard to study them one by one. It's a very long list, but notice how your muscle list is organized. In fact, let's go and take a look at that. Notice that the muscles are organized according to the muscles that they move. So muscles that move the face, muscles for mastication, muscles that move the head and neck, muscles that move the pectoral girdle, and notice if it's a muscle that moves the pectoral girdle, you know your pectoral girdle is the clavicle or scapula. So the clavicle or the scapula has to be the moving end, which is the insertion. Muscles that move the arm, your arm is considered your humerus. So if you want to move your humerus, these muscles will all insert onto the humerus. So notice here the insertion is all the humerus. Muscles that move the forearm. Your forearm is your radius and ulna. So again, all of these muscles insert on the radius and ulna. And then you can study them by groups according to similar actions versus opposite actions. Right. Muscles that move the hand. Your hand includes your metacarpals and phalanges. So that's the insertion point. Right. Muscles that move the abdomen. Right. Again, study them in groups. All of these, for instance, 3 muscles do the same action. They're all synergists. Right, you get down to muscles that move the thigh or your femur bone. Look, almost all of them insert onto the femur because it moves the femur, whereas the tibia is just your one exception. And then again, look at the groups. You could study, for instance, all of these muscles will be located roughly in the same location. They all adduct the thigh. Muscles that move the leg. Your leg is your tibia and fibula. So the insertions happen to be mostly on the tibia and then just one on the patella. But importantly, look at these groups of muscles. So for instance, study all of the quadriceps together, which extend the leg, and study all the hamstrings together, which flex the leg. And then lastly, the muscles that move the foot. And the foot is basically your tarsals, metatarsals, and phalanges. So if you look at the insertions, moving the foot involves moving the calcaneus, the tarsal, and metatarsal.